So student, today we'll perform the compressive test on the brick. As such, you should take a 3 sample. One sample you can see here. So procedure is that first we need to put this brick under water for 24 hours, and then we have to remove it so we'll remove it like say after 24 hours, and then we'll allow it to dry, surface dry, and then we have to perform the test. So next is like even you have to fill this frog by mortar, and then we have to perform the test. So you can see the sample, right? So we'll take this brick out after 24 hours and then we'll perform the test. So like after 24 hours we have taken out the brick, and this brick will perform the test on this brick now, right? But first we have to allow it to say surface dry, and then we'll perform the. So we'll consider actually only this much portion, which is like unbroke portion, and then we have to measure the actual dimension, and like total area we have to count, and like a 14 Newton per mm square per minute, that much rate of load we have to apply. Okay, so like this is the sample. As such, we should fill this frog by mortar, but we have filled it by sand, so that's okay. Anyway, we'll put load on like whole brick. We'll also measure only this much dimension. As such, other part is broken, so we'll just measure the unbroken part of this brick, and the load should be equal to the like 14 Newton per mm square of this size, right? So we'll measure the dimension.
110.
So now you can see that the dimension is 11 centimeter, or say 110 mm. Now we'll measure like this. So since we are considering this much portion only, right? So it is say
9.5.
Okay, 9.5 centimeter, or 95 mm, right? So it is like 95 by 110. So that much area we'll consider for the test. Remaining portion anyway we are not counting. As such, we should have like whole brick, but since we got like some damaged piece of the brick, so we will be performing test on this one, right? So like we have put the sample inside the UTM. So again, I don't need to tell you more about the UTM. You already know. So this is lower jaw where we apply the compressive force. So we'll apply the compressive force, and the rate is like 14 Newton per mm square per minute. So we have this length of say 95, and this is like 110. So the total area will be like 95 multiplied by 110, that many Newton multiplied by 14. So that much load we have to apply per minute, right? So we'll just adjust. You know already how to do this adjustment. Initial adjustment, we'll just keep this lower jaw on this one, and then we'll apply the hydraulic load, right? So that's how we'll start the testing. So this is like initial setting. You already know how we do this using those yellow buttons. Now you can see here we have pressed this lower yellow button. That's how this is coming down. So it should just touch the brick. So plate size should be equal, I mean it should be more than the brick dimension, but since like our main interest is this much portion only, that's how this brick is sufficient. Otherwise we should use like a bigger dimension of the plate. Right. Okay, so we started like the software. So it is showing some initial reading. So we have to like first create like a new job. We'll give the name as like 19 BCL. brick. The dimension is like a rectangular, right? Width is like 110 and thickness, like you should enter 95, right? So these are the dimension. Gauge length, just a minute. Gauge length will enter as a like thickness of the brick, which is like 75 mm, right? That's all. Then we'll start the test. So we'll set now the load, the rate of load, and here you can see that we have set it like 24 kilonewton per minute, right? So at this load we will apply the total pressure on the brick now. Okay. So now you can see the sample, like we have placed perfectly the sample, right? There is no gap, right? So this we are doing with initial setting. Now we'll start actual test. So again, using this Adobe control, we have to start the test. You can see there is some initial reading, but this initial reading will be 0, and then actually we'll tear and start the test. You see, like there is like load is decreasing. Initially it will decrease, and then both will become 0, and then we have to tear and start the test. Now actually you can see it is like measuring the maximum load that brick is taking, right? And at the bottom you can see like load is 7 kilonewton per mm square. So that is much lesser compared to what maximum rate it is asked. Maximum like 24 kilonewton per minute that we can apply, but since this is like automated machine, it adjusts that rate based upon the deformation. Now if you come and see that brick, like as such you won't be able to see any deformation here, because those deformations just in mm's, right? So mostly we'll be interested to see these readings only. Now maximum load is like 3.9 kilonewton. Of brick you won't find any displacement here, right? Or even if it is, then it will be very small value, since bricks or clay material are like a brittle in nature. So for very small deformation they actually fails, but before like failure they can take certain load and then they fail. So that's how, like even for like say 4.4 or 4.5 kilonewton, the deformation is just like say 0.01 mm. Right? So definitely, like in brittle material, this is the problem. They fail at very small deformation, but they may take like some compressive force before they fail. Like maximum load it took is like 4.8 kilonewton after like 231 seconds. See, after this much load, very small like a curve here you can see. As I told you that these are brittle material, they won't show like a more deformation, they'll just fill at very small deformation. So maximum load is now 5 kilonewton after 275 seconds. Like if you can see, even now crack is coming on other side as well. See, you can see this crack. So the sample is filling now. Definitely it will take some more load before it fails, but you can see this crack. Anyway, this crack is like initially developed and it will propagate. On this side, this new crack has developed. So you can see the thickness of the crack, even it will increase with the time. And here you can see the load deflection curve. So after that crack, there is some undulations, right? It was linearly increasing, now it becomes little flat. So these are like indication now it will fail at any time. So total load is like say 14.7 kilonewton. Now you can see this crack width has increased, right? It has increased, I cannot say exactly how many mm, but definitely the crack width is increasing now. So crack width is increasing, and corresponding that is load deflection curve. So once like crack develop, immediately there will be like this graph will come down, again it will take certain load, again coming down, again going up. So these undulations are corresponding to the cracks those are developing in the like sample. So total now load is 21 kilonewton. Now further you can see this curve is becoming flat. So these are like an indication of either like a bigger crack or like material is about to fail. So here also, this side it's okay. Here you cannot see any big symptoms. But on this side you can see the width is increasing. So it will fail at any moment now. Further now this curve is going up, so it means it can take some more load. Still it hasn't reached the ultimate value. I expect it should go around at least 40 kilonewton. Let's see what happens now. So the total load is around 40 kilonewton, and now again this curve is becoming flat. So I think it will fail at any moment now. So here also, like you can see, the cracks are developing, more cracks are developing on this side also. So it is about to fail now. Anyway, this side the crack width has increased. Now here you can see the load curve is coming down, so it has reached its ultimate load, and that's all. The maximum load is around like 49.4 kilonewton. So it took maximum load of 49.9 kilonewton. Now it won't go up, mostly like it will fail now. As such it is failed, so ultimate load it reached. Right? So the curve has coming down, so that means it is failed, right? So just only failure load we need to see, otherwise ultimate load it's reached. And then sample again, if you see, so as such you won't find like it is totally it got crushed, but like you can see the cracks, those are developing, right? So these cracks have developed. Right, so like here you can see it has failed this portion, even like here you can see the major crack. This is like actual crack, because of which this like load taking capacity of the brick has failed. Now you can see like how it is failing. So now cracks are developed everywhere, so this brick is totally failed now. On this side, like on this side also you can see that cracks has developed. Now this brick is totally failed. So that's a failure of the brick. So total load, maximum load it took is like a 39.9 kilonewton. Anyway, now onwards whatever is the failure, that is of no use, but just to show you like how it will fail. Now automatically the machine has stopped working since material is failed and there is a like large deformation. So this is like final curve. This is like a final curve.